the water thing from dinner tonight.
Oh,
I don't think you noticed that, did you? Did you notice that, or
no,
it wasn't until I pointed it out?
didn't. Only
That's the
picked her
thing.
up for a whole nother.
That's the thing. That's the thing with her that I appreciate. She doesn't do things for fanfare. She takes the lessons that we give her, and she truly, truly adapts it. Not comparing and contrasting, even though I am. They're different. For example, Ben wants the acknowledgement. He wants us to see that he did it. For her, it's like, no, I understand the wisdom behind it. I'm gonna do it. So, long story short, Evie's at the age now where standing up, walking from the table during dinner is a habit, and it's impolite. It's impolite and it's annoying. And one of the big things that she does is that she'll go get water in the middle of dinner without saying, "Excuse me, I want to go get some water." And so Sadhana, I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Yesterday.
It was just yesterday. Sadhana was like, what you can do is that when you set the table, you can get your glass of water and have it there so that you don't have to get up. And so we were sitting down having dinner, and the only reason I noticed is because she was chewing ice, and that's a pet peeve of mine. But she finished eating and she was chewing ice, and I was like, oh, she didn't get up to get her water. And I looked at you, I was like, look at that, she got her water. And so you accomplished something this week. Gave her a quick lesson, and she took it and she carried it on all the way to the next day. We'll see what happens tomorrow, though.
But then before she was finished eating, she got up and then went outside.
She went all the way outside. like in the middle of dinner.
To water a plant that she wants to grow.
It's been raining all day.
So she still got up. She got up in the middle for water. Not to drink.
Not for her.
To get it.
But,
give it to her.
But the thing about it is that instead of going to the kitchen, she went all the way outside. Like she was like in the backyard watering a plant. Oh my goodness. You still get the point, though.
I get it. Receive. Anyway, so that was my question to you. Like, what do you do, I guess, as a release or as non-specific work-related thing? So one of the things that I do is to write down jokes. And I started because we did an improv sketch class.
Yes.
So it was a work assignment from week to week for us to come up with sketches. And so I just continued on with that. And I never took a stand-up comedy class, but I was like, I have these jokes in me, so let me write them. I guess my dreams, I had jokes. So it was one morning, and I had the time, and you had the time, that I've been workshopping this comedic stand-up routine. And I was like, I'm going to share it. But
oh my goodness, you were so nervous.
I was so nervous, but
it's been years since I've seen you that nervous.
What the audience needs to know about me is I sweat when I get nervous. I'm definitely nervous. And this guy is like my best friend.
She sweats a lot. She's nervous.
I got so nervous. And for what? Like if I bombed in front of you and only
it was adorable. It was adorable.
If it was hilarious, it wouldn't have mattered.
It was adorable. Why you say if you bombed in front of me? Props to you for believing I'm that big of an audience that it would constitute as bombing.
Did I bomb?
I helped you. Remember? I was like, I'll tighten this up and fix this up. You know what I mean?
A Take 5.
Take 5. No, they say like it's not to be discouraging.
Now the audience is gonna be like, "What's the
what are the jokes?" They're gonna want to hear it. Not to be discouraging.
If we get 20 listeners to comment, then I'll give 2 lines of the stand-up.
So one of the things that they say about stand-up comedians. I think we've established this that we really love stand-up comedy. Yeah. We really love stand-up comedy, and so. I love hearing stand-up comedians talk, even extemporaneously, because I think that they are very insightful people. They look at the world through a lens that I don't think all of us truly, truly appreciate. My favorite comedians are the ones that are less funny when they're speaking matter-of-factly. They're just talking. and of course, when the ones are funny, they're funny. But I find that the ones that are more introspective, they have an insight that I think is very, very profound at times. And so I used to listen to a lot of.
I was introspective.
You are always profound. No, you're always
comedic?
introspective and profound baseline. Not really. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. No, not really.
Kissing up, ladies
No,
and
she's not.
gentlemen.
She's not. Basically, she's not a stand-up comedian. Is what I'm getting at. No, so like I used to listen to a lot of podcasts where comedians would interview other comedians and just chit chat. There used to be less than there are now. I don't know. I wouldn't even know where to start now. And one of the themes that would carry on is that they would always say that in order to be to really hone in on the craft, you have to have been doing stand-up comedy on stage for at least 10 years. Like, and I'm like, whew, that's a long time. There are those that are basically aliens that get up there and crush it from day one. Eddie Murphy is one of them that a lot of people talk about, and Dave Chappelle's another one. I think they say Robin Williams was the same way, and Jim Carrey is another one who they say, like, as soon as they got on the stage, it's like there was no training, there was no in between, there were very few chances to bomb. Like, they were just sharp as a tack immediately and basically born to do it. And so I say that to say, you got about 9 years and 364 days. Because if I'm your first audience and you bombed.
But did I bomb? I just asked you, did I bomb?
So you just need to work on a couple of the pieces. Maybe sweat a little less. Just a little bit less. Just a little bit less.
I had some more pajamas.
No, you did not. I can tell you right now. I remember what you had on. Get off. You did not have on pajamas on. You did not.
I'll keep working on it.
Yeah, keep working on it.
I'm not going on anybody's stage.
Never say never.
Okay.
Oh, well, you said it anytime soon.
No time soon.
Oh, okay. So you hear that, ladies and gentlemen?
No.
One day, Sedana's going to get on stage.
Birthday, I'll get on there.
Ooh, don't tempt me.
For your birthday roast.
No roast. Just on my birthday, you need to give a type 5. Nope.
It'll be a roasting you for a type 5.
Nope.
Yes.
Not interested in roast. Not interested in roast. I just want to hear you do a type 5 talking about, what was it? I can't even remember your bit. I can't remember it.
We got to work on it.
Oh, we got to work on it?
We got to work on it. Because if I go up there and I bomb, they're going to be like,
you going to blame me?
Is he a writer?
Oh,
why didn't he help her?
Oh, no. It's going to be on me.
On you.
I mean, a lot of times with
she's a scientist. She's a doctor. She doesn't know any better. But him?
Why she doesn't know any better? That's crazy. That she doesn't know any better. It's
she's
crazy.
She's just a medical consultant.
Slash producer.
She doesn't know anything.
Why is that? No. I don't think that, this is a long episode. This might have to be a 2-parter.
This is making up for last week.
It's making up for last week. Okay, fair enough. No, like I don't think that anybody would think that, because you're a very funny person, baseline. So people would be like,
depends on who you talk to. Some people see me as serious.
Yeah.
People are scared of me at work. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I
smile. Sharks smile too.
Oh, sharks smile too.
Yeah.
But
sharks look like they smile. Did you say dentures?
Dentures, yeah.
Oh.
My veneers are clean.
Don't insult yourself by calling your teeth veneers.
Okay.
Don't do that.
Okay.
Not to say people that have veneers are insulting themselves.
But... like that.
Oh.
Don't talk about David Dash like that.
No, David Dash doesn't have veneers yet.
Oh, his are truly dentures, right?
Yeah, he has dentures. Yeah. Okay. He has diabetes. I don't like the fact that people make fun of him. Made fun of him because his teeth fell out. That bothered me a bit. Like, you don't make fun of somebody who's not well. But I think it's more so.
I think because of his arrogance.
Yeah, I think it's more of that than anything else.
Yeah.
I think I'm a little bit too sympathetic to be like to feel like that's funny.
I see.
You know what I mean?
I see. But the funny thing about it is,
until he says something bad about me.
When they did fall out in the quick time that he was doing that video, he giggled a little bit at himself.
Yeah, he did.
He put them back.
Yeah, he did, because he knew how bad it looked. And in this day and age, what that would look like.
He's like, and then he had to come back on and say they're not dentures, they're blah blah blah, and they done, and I need to get it refitted.
Yeah,
and now it's time.
The internet is cruel. How about that? We're not even people anymore. We're just a whole. We are just the internet. So, just the internet
That's
is cruel.
Music group.
I know, and they're really good too. They're really good. I was gonna say, I want to see The Sacred Souls again. They're supposed to be in town with Kali Uchis. Maybe they already came, but I want to see them again. Like, I really like that band.
Okay. Can we see him this time not standing up though?
Yeah, that was terrible. what spot was that? This is
Silver Springs at the Fillmore.
the Fillmore, right? I couldn't remember if it was 9:30 Fillmore.
Last minute.
Yeah.
But I think both of us weren't expecting. To
No, I didn't. I didn't think it was gonna be a standing room. Well, I've never been in there. I've never been in there before. So
they have seated seats, but I think it's few and far between. It's kind of like up. Yeah, but
no, next time we're definitely. It's not a stand-up music.
It's not a stand-up. Woo, 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 woo.
Right.
It's a hold on, rock side to side, but be sitting down,
Right.
and look nice, and
Stand up when they playing your jam.
yeah.
Yeah. But I want to see These Sacred Souls again.
Okay.
Yeah, that was a random segue. Anyway, edit that out. All right, last thing. Let's talk about what we've been talking about that we're going to talk about the last 2-3 episodes.
Okay.
Okay.
Screen time.
Screen time.
You go first.
Oh my goodness, talk about screen time. I've been watching this movie over and over and over again, and every time I watch it, I enjoy it more and more and more.
What movie is that?
It's called SOS.
What is that
And
for?
I'm not biased, but I am biased. It is my movie.
What does that mean? Your movie.
I wrote and directed it.
You wrote and directed a movie.
I wrote and directed a movie. Isn't that crazy?
I'm so proud.
We're gonna do a podcast about the movie as a whole.
Oh, okay.
But I just want
Not
to.
first off.
No, not first off. It's gonna be a separate podcast.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna be a separate podcast dedicated to it.
Okay.
Most likely first off, it'll be on the First Off platform as well.
Okay.
But
And why am I so privileged to speak about it with you?
because you, much like with our children, helped me produce this movie. So this is our third baby.
Yes. That's true.
You didn't have to do as much pushing.
Well, it's about damn time. Yes.
You held my hand the whole time. It's like, you got this, baby. You got this. You got this. Yeah. This man's work, not this woman's work.
It's man's work.
This man's work. Her part is over.
My part is over. Now starts the rap.
Okay. You hear that, ladies and gentlemen? Not only is she a talented stand-up comedian, but she's an excellent falsetto. Excellent falsetto.
Let's ask my piano
I said
teacher about
excellent
that.
falsetto.
Oh gosh, let's ask my piano
'Cause
teacher about that.
so-
He's always like, just act as if you're a singer. Because he's always trying to get me to sing the so fa so the so fa is do re mi fa so la ti do.
But yeah, so I'm bringing it up now because this past weekend was kind of like it was a little bit of a throwback. I mean, the last, I would say Saturday, Sunday, and Monday was a bit of a throwback because I haven't seen the members of the cast since we shot in April. And I got to see the principal members of the cast again. And it was really cool seeing them and catching up with them and seeing them in their real life attire, not on the screen and
not getting dressed
reciting the same lines over and over or getting dressed.
Are
And
you directing them?
right. Well, I still have to direct them.
So why did you see them?
So they were doing ADR.
What is ADR?
I don't know what I can't remember what it stands for. Somebody out there is probably screaming screaming into the podcast, like, dude, it stands for. But ADR is when specific audio isn't captured by the microphone on set, and they need to re-record it, or if they need to do voiceover, then they need to record that. And I know what it stands for.
Recording?
No, it's not. I can't remember what it stands for.
Okay.
Anyway, it'll come to me in the middle of the night. I'll wake up Sadana and tell her,
In
and
a
then
cold sweat?
and no, not in a cold sweat. I'll leave the sweating to you.
Okay.
I'll just wake up and then and then I'll remember it then. Anyway, so I got to once again direct members of the cast. The actor Lorenzo, who plays the character, the rapper SOS. Chris, who plays, I'm sorry, Lorenzo Miguel is his full name, plays the character SOS, the rapper SOS. Christopher Sky, who plays the character of Evan, and Ari Murphy, who plays the character of Angela. And each of them, I was in Los Angeles, and unfortunately, I couldn't go to the studio where Evan was. He lives in Los Angeles, where the actor that plays Evan, was doing his ADR, and I still had to do it on Zoom, and I was so bummed out because I did want to go and see it, but I had a meeting, and that took precedence. But I was able to do it on Zoom, and when I sat with him during lunch, he was like, "Dude, you really didn't miss much. It's okay. like you'll be all right." But I was there at Studio Unknown, Studio Unknown subsidiary, I believe they are, a company called the Sound Department. They do fantastic work, and I got to sit with Kevin, the audio engineer there, and together we had 3 actors perform the characters again. Two actors perform the characters, the rapper SOS, and having the opportunity to direct Lorenzo again was really cool because he is like a super, super creative guy, and he really internalizes the character and understands the character. And so it was interesting because like he was doing his line, and I found myself having to take him back to the moment, to the character description that I wanted him to have. So one of the things that I did is for each of the actors is that I created a playlist for them, but not for Lorenzo. Actually, not each of the actors. I created a playlist for the actor playing Evan and the actor playing Angela. But for Lorenzo, I just said one thing. I said Jay-Z, Reasonable Doubt, listen to Feeling It, The Evils. I just basically spat out songs. And so when he got into the booth, he was like reciting the lines, and I was like, dude, I need you to think Jay-Z. Think Jay-Z 1990. And he was like, and he got right into that zone and hit it. And I was like, yes. It's like, yes. And there was another guy that was in there. He was like, oh, your directing style is really cool. That you have a way of communicating with them. Da, 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 da. And I was like, yeah, I guess so. I just have fun hanging out with creatives, and the more imaginative a person is, the easier it is for me to communicate with them. And so it was really cool to get back into that mode. And the same thing happened with Chris and Ari as well. But yeah, it was really cool getting back into that mode. And one of the things that I want to do, and I'm holding myself accountable for this, is to do an Instagram Live and go through the playlist of the song with the songs and explain why I selected each of the songs for the actors, for the characters that they're playing. So that's going to be a fun time.
Okay.
If you want to join me, you can.
Yeah, I'd love to know because I don't know all. I know some of the songs you picked out for the various characters, but I don't know why. So and now that I know, of course, the full story, the written and the actual televised.
Right.
It'd be neat to be able to correlate
to see the connection
that you wanted these actors to be inspired by.
Yeah. And it was part of the conversation that I would have with them during the casting process. And also the rehearsal process too. I would just ask them what kind of music they like to listen to and who their favorite artists are.
Yeah, I remember even before we casted for all of the various characters, you asked people, what music do you like to listen to? Now, if somebody said like heavy metal is their fave, how would you have dealt with incorporating?
I would have asked them what songs are their favorite, and then I would have listened to the songs. And if I could not connect to the songs, it would have been harder for me to communicate with them.
I see.
Yeah. I think that when you are creating something and when you are in a creative headspace, it helps to be in line with the people that you're creating with.
Yes.
And so music and food are the two things that is easy for people to bond over. When it comes to like things that are hard to quantify or explain, especially something that is extremely subjective, like music and food, like people can be very, very particular about what appeases their palate and what doesn't. And that goes for both, both music and food. Yeah. And so it would have been much harder. And truth be told, it probably would have been tough for me to cast them because for me, it's like we have to find a baseline creatively that we both could springboard off of. And, if I'm holding your hand and you're holding my hand, if I jump first, I'm pulling you down. You jump first, you're pulling me down. But if we jump together, it'll be a much softer fall, maybe. Maybe. Yeah. So I don't want them feeling like they're being dragged, and I don't want to feel like I'm being dragged. I want us to work together with the character.
But does it depend on the type of story that you're telling? So in this regard, this is a thriller.
Yeah.
I guess it depends. I guess the question is, does it depend on the mood of the film as to what
songs
the person's favorite genre is?
Yeah, I mean,
folks just like what they like.
No, yeah, people like what they like. But the thing for me, I like all genres of music. The only one I don't really care for is country music. The main reason why is the instrumentation. Like, it just doesn't click for me a lot. But I mean, if anybody out there has some country songs they want to put me on to, because I love country music lyrics, but the instrumentation I get lost in it from time to time. But if somebody has a rock song and they're like, oh, I like this. Okay, so for example, Chris, he likes this band called Palace. Never heard of them before. But I sat and listened to them after he was casted. I knew that that there were songs that I felt like he would connect with. But as far as Palace is concerned, I was like, I've never heard of it before. So if he did not listen to a single song that I put on the playlist, I listen to Palace, and so I'm able to understand what his tastes are, and align the music that I listen to that. Yeah. You understand? And so that band is kind of like an alternative band, and they were dope. They were really good. And as a matter of fact, one of the very first song on his playlist is a song by Palace. And the rest of them are songs that I felt like aligned with who the character was. The one song that I felt like his character would like from the Palace group. Nice. And so I mean, creatively we found where we needed to go. And I mean, he's a very talented actor by his own right. So, it was just a matter of me being able to communicate what I needed from him. Yeah. The rest of the cast, they had never done a movie before, or they have done smaller productions. But Chris is, by comparison, he was well seasoned. Yeah. Compared to the rest of the cast.
It's beautiful how music brings people together, and how healing and how linked people, and in the context of you just having that art form help to dictate, manage, and direct another art form. Yeah. So thank you for sharing.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I'm here. I'm here.
You got it.
I'm here. I'm going to start saying that. I'm really going to start saying that. And like, if somebody takes it the wrong way, I'm going to be like, no, I'm just being as plainly honest as I can. One of my favorite things to say right now is, I can only say what I can only express how I feel. I can't control how you feel about it.
That's right.
You know what I mean? So it's like, if you saying I'm here, I have a different appreciation for it. Before, when you said it before we had this conversation, I was like, oh, that makes me kind of sad that you're just here. Like, I want you to be more than here. But I know what you being more than here looks like. So, it's time to go to bed. With that said, ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, next time I can talk about cooking
and crying.
In essence, I talked about it a little bit.
You've talked about it before.
My profuse sweating.
No, you've touched on it in previous episodes. But yeah, you could dig in deep. And for those of you who are wondering, back to my film SOS. For those of you who are wondering, it will be finished soon, and we will be submitting it to film festivals. keep an eye out. Watch this space. Watch every space that you see us occupy because, oh my goodness, it's going to be a fun one. That's all I can say.
Coming soon.
It's going to be fun. I mean, not just the movie itself, but everything surrounding the movie is going to be very, very entertaining. And we hope that you enjoy it.
It's going to be more than just here.
It's going to be more than just here. That's for sure. That's for sure. Okay. Next time we talk about cooking and crying.
All the things.
All the things. We'll keep talking about the things. Oh, and we need to talk about Apollo's Wish and Pluto's Dream Quest.
Let's do it.
Yeah. Wow. We got a lot of things for you guys. All right. Stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you guys so much for listening to this hour-long episode, the makeup episode of First Off.
And you can reach us at...
You can reach me at Joseph Vivens.
And I'm at Dr. Sadana Jackson _Vivens.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta say like my brother-in-law. Oh, like cuñado. Oh my goodness.
They'll find me. Just come to First.
It's all right. First Off
Podcast.
Just go to at First Off Podcast. That's where you can find us. Thank you guys so much for listening. We really appreciate it. And don't forget to follow us at Are You a Fan Yet as well. All right. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, I didn't give a words of wisdom.
Oh yeah, what's your words of wisdom?
Okay. Sadana, you give your words of wisdom.
At first, do no harm.
I like that. At first, do no harm. All right, guys. Have a good one.
Hey, this is Evie. Thanks for listening to First Off, featuring my parents, Sadana and Joseph. Music by Uncle Verse. You can hear more of his music at VERSGBOS on Instagram. That's Verse G Boss. You can find us on Instagram too, at First Off Podcast and at Are You a Fan Yet? Or visit vivensmedia.com. And this outro is done by me, EVEE. Evie, bye-bye!